in Fujiwara, so be sure to read this at your leisure in the VOD. I'm going to go to the next one. So we have already completed the giveaway. Make sure that you read those rules again if you won. Make sure you're eligible. Otherwise, we'll pick more winners after stream. So we have our 5th anniversary campaign from January 31st through March 2nd with a one-time free 50+1 draw with a guaranteed burst weapon, including all burst force, LD, and EX weapons prior to January 26th. So sorry, Penelo is not included. There'll also be a daily free multi-draw, up to 30 total, including all force, LD, EX weapons prior to January 26th. And then we have, you can also get an additional 14 free multi-draws on select banners for a total of 535 free individual draws, counting all those multi-draws together. We do have the return of various campaigns, including a special login bonus for a sticker and status badge, and then permanent status badges, as well as the return of Dare to Defy. So the way this works is there will be character lockouts for these special Shinryu quests. For some of the quests, when you perfect them in Dare to Defy, it'll also perfect them in corresponding Shinryu quests. Oh, we forgot to mention which ones are ineligible. I'll go through that when I go through the slides.
Oh, yes.
But it's basically the ones that have certain character, like certain kinds of missions or like Dimension Sent. We'll talk about it in a second. There'll also be the Start Dash Draw Reset and the New Warrior Gem Sales. Not much to talk about here. We do have the Final Fantasy Portal Lab Points campaign. Again, nothing super fancy here, but we do have the Global First Penelo Burst and Force weapons and her costume based on her appearance in Final Fantasy Tactics A2 Grimoire of the Rift. I gave a whole bunch. Oh, she's arriving on the 31st right there. So I gave some additional information about her rework. I'm not going to read all this right now. I'm just going through it very quickly. Lots of good auras, and oh boy, a lot of damage with Fatal Dance. I know it took a while to get to that point in the video, but she does kind of ridiculous damage. And next, my favorite slide of the day was indeed the Penelo's clues, which, hold on a second. Since I'm not doing an actual slideshow, I have to manually select all this. So here are all the clues. A lot of you didn't quite notice because you didn't read the Shinryu tips, but reading is important. And so there'll also be an anniversary retweet campaign. So you retweet that Penelo Burst Force Weapon ability video that is now on Twitter. There'll also be Return of Kravas Grace Descending. So this will be limited time from January 31st through February 14th. This will now separate into normal and hard difficulties so that the newer players can have a chance to enjoy the content. And there'll also be new Force Gauge effect codes for Shinryu Crest. So you'll only pick one, but it'll affect, I think there's 3 total that you can pick from, something around there. So you pick one of those and apply it to the Shinryu quest of your choice. There'll also be limited time status badges you can get by clearing the normal and hard point missions. There'll also be free first multi-draw on a triple burst, double force draw banner, and Penelo's force and burst weapons will be featured on both of those. There'll also be limited time co-op, including Lufenia co-op, and rework for Laguna and Yoshitola. And then up next we have anniversary gem sales, most notably the Global First Weapon Gloss, the Moogle Pan for the dagger type weapons, as well as various other sales and weapon gloss bundles. So I'm speeding through right now. We have the new character Jessie from Final Fantasy VII arriving February 6th through February 20th. There will be Dare to Defy missions until March 13th. Oh, actually, I already skipped the one. So going back to Kravas, so this one is not eligible for the Dare to Defy quality of life improvement of clearing Dare to Defy, also clearing Kravas, because Kravas is completely different kind of quest. So it will not apply here because they're just so different. Going back to Jessie, so this one will apply. So if you clear the Dare to Defy for this corresponding event, it'll also clear it for her event. And this will feature her as a new character, as well as her new force. Penelo's Burst and Snow Burst will be featured on 2 separate banners. Up next, we have Sice returning in her Lost Chapter on February 9th, with her also being part of Dare to Defy. So this will, if you clear the Dare to Defy quest, it'll also clear it for Sice's Lost Chapter. This will have limited time missions until February 23rd, but the Dare to Defy will last until March 13th. Penelo's Burst will be featured on one banner, and Lan and Rain's Burst will be featured on the other one. Up next, we have World of Illusions Spiritus Ramu on February 14th. This is permanent, but there is limited time banners for Ash's Force and Burst, and also the Spiritus Boost until February 28th, and the limited time co-op so until February 28th. There will be a Mystery Burst on the second banner, and that mystery character's Force Weapon will also be featured on the second banner, and there will be free first multi-draw on both those banners. Oh, so much information. Up next, we have the Heretic event from February 20th through March.
Oh, wait, before we go to that one, the Spiritus one, that's also one of the other events where clearing it will not count towards.
Yes, thank you. Because of the Spiritus rank system, it doesn't carry over. Yeah, thank you. Up next, we have the Heretic event. Execute and neutralize opposition, featuring Strago's new Force weapon. Ash's burst will be featured on one, and a different mystery character's burst and Force weapon will be featured across these banners. And a free first multi-draw on both those. Dimensions End Transcendence Tier 13 and the Dimensions End Transcendence support campaign will arrive February 23rd. With the support campaign, actually, does that one end on the 9th as well? I believe
the support
so.
campaign.
If you could please confirm. We'll get back to you in a second. Cecil's will be getting Dark Knight Cecil will be getting his new Force and Burst weapons here, along with the return of Cloud's Burst weapon. There'll be limited time gem and costume bundles. The new one for Dark Knight Cecil, based on his, I guess, PSP sprite, but also his SD art, and there'll be a free first month on both of those. And last one, the Kuja's Intersecting Wolves will be arriving February 27th. This is permanent, but the limited time missions until March 13th. And then his Dare to Defy will last until March 13th. So all of the Dare to Defies will last until March 13th.